It's one of the oldest questions in human history. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? A riddle that has puzzled philosophers, scientists, and ordinary people for centuries. But the answer isn't as simple as it sounds. To truly understand, we need to dive into biology, evolution, and even philosophy. The debate goes all the way back to the ancient Greeks. Aristotle, the great philosopher, believed both chicken and egg must have existed forever, because one cannot exist without the other. It was less of a scientific puzzle and more of a philosophical paradox. But today, science gives us a clearer picture. Let's go back in time. Not just hundreds, but millions of years. Before chickens, there were dinosaurs, and yes, dinosaurs laid eggs. In fact, eggs existed long before the first chicken ever walked the earth. So, in evolutionary terms, the egg came first. But here's the twist. Was it a chicken egg? That's where things get interesting. Scientists believe that the first true chicken came from a genetic mutation. Two almost chickens, ancestors very similar to modern chickens, mated. The egg they produced carried a slight DNA change, and from that egg, hatched the first bird we would recognize today as a chicken. So technically, the egg came first, but it wasn't laid by a chicken. Instead, it was laid by a bird that was almost a chicken. This means that every chicken we see today is the result of thousands of years of evolution, one tiny mutation at a time. So if you're still wondering, scientifically the egg came first. Now let's answer another question many people ask. Are eggs vegetarian or non-vegetarian? Well, it depends. An unfertilized egg, the kind most people buy at grocery stores, will never develop into a chick. It's basically just a rich source of protein, like milk. A fertilized egg, however, contains the potential for life. Eating that is considered non-vegetarian by many cultures. So, in practice, most eggs you eat at restaurants and homes are unfertilized and often considered vegetarian-friendly by some, while others still classify them as non-veg because they come from an animal. So what's the final answer? From an evolutionary standpoint, the egg came first. From a philosophical perspective, maybe both. And when it comes to diet, whether eggs are vegetarian or not depends on culture and personal belief. This age-old question reminds us that science, history, and philosophy often overlap, and sometimes the simplest questions can have the most fascinating answers. Chicken or egg? The mystery continues. Subscribe for more documentaries.